That was a pretty good drink. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and in today's video, it is not Deltarune nor is it the Battle of the Bugs. Those are coming up pretty soon, but for now, I would like to show y'all this comic I worked on for the past, 10 months, and it's finally out on Newgrounds for you guys to read if you want to read it in the description and read it for yourself. I think it's alright. I don't think it's, the #1 best comic in the world. There's still a few flaws. I'm not sure if people are noticing, but yeah, I'm gonna just show y'all the behind the scenes. So I'm pretty sure right off the bat, in pages 5 and 6, you guys will immediately get a little, well, not confused. Where does this come in, or where does this come from? When working on this, I didn't really have an entire plot down. It was all in my head. So as I was working on this, I was like, I need to introduce the Lord of the Lands, or at least who was the Lord of the Lands. So I came up with this villainous plot behind the scenes that not even Beck and Berdy know about. There used to be a mayor. I will show you who the mayor is, actually. This dude right here is was the mayor, but now it goes to Doleon. Doleon isn't really the biggest bad there is. He's just a working muscle hired on by somebody else to do the hard work. And so is Sneak. Sneak has a whole different design than this. The only reason his design didn't change here, even though I did change it, I changed it a couple times and I got the right design, I just didn't change it here. The only reason I didn't change it was I didn't really want to. His outfit, it should have been changed here. This works because in character development, your looks will change over time. There is a bigger play that both the mayor and Doleon will play in a story that will continue some other time. Yeah, they'll be back, and it'll slowly come about, like little creeps here and there in the corners of the world and the story that would become a bigger play, which I'm a little terrified to do. It's needed. And this whole plot about getting a job, I wasn't really a fan of the plot, to be honest. This is gonna suck, because it's so much about getting a job. Nowadays, everyone's like, I don't want a job or I'm gonna stay unemployed. Well, it's needed. So I came up with this very stupid rent where you have to pay $100 to keep your house. Probably everyone's dream for the rent to be $100 or something. I don't know, for a house. It is partially realistic, but not that much. I'm trying to make this feel as if it's real, but at the same time, it's not. When it came down to this panel, oh my gosh, this was where I legitimately got stuck. Where I just didn't want to work on it anymore. I was like, oh, come on. Because when you get turned down, you're just like, oh, I'll just find another place. But in this case, I wanted some level of emotion. Not because I think it would work to the plot, but because I think for them it's different. And for everybody it's different. It's when you're applying somewhere that you want it so badly but you don't get, you can feel a sense of emotion but you won't cry about it. But for them, that tends to happen. I didn't like this too much. I didn't like it, but I just kept it in because I was like, what else can work? What else? Sally Connie, I wasn't sure about her, but at the same time, maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I'm not sure. I would say Sally Connie is like a little damsel in distress, waiting for a savior, and by far the most boring design I've ever done. This one, page 15. This was a little tricky to manage because I didn't know how I was gonna get this to work, but I got it to work. This guy right here, I didn't give him a name. I needed to think of some sort of random montage where I can introduce a bunch of these characters for future stories, which I have planned out. Some of them are in here. Some of them are in here. These guys will definitely show up again. But this one right here, he's definitely coming up next. I want him to have a very dark story. I want to try and make it as dark as possible, to test my range. But actually, this sword that he's holding, it's literally the same sword as this one right here. I will say that much. It's the same sword as this. So already I just created a very confusing timeline. But yeah, it is connected. They're all in the same world. Part of me is like, yes, finally I get to draw my best characters on this page and introduce them. Even though you don't get their names, you will get their names eventually. like this one. I have so many ideas for him and her too. Oh, almost forgot. Yeah, I tried to put Corey Kenshin in there, but you can't really see it. But anyway, back to this. I got sidetracked. I hate the fact the dialogue covers up some of my art. It's like, oh, come on. The one that's underneath the dialogue right here. Yeah, you'll see him again. I think I should explain this. It's a dojo. Like after the events of the next issue will come out probably in a year. Yeah, training is needed. So I would say that Azure Resna takes place before Beck and Berdy. I could have changed this. I really could have, but I didn't. Because I just wanted to introduce Azure Resna so badly. What he's wearing on his face is just bandages. Like Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. And this one right here is supposed to be your typical kingpin. An underground mobster for crime. Oh yeah, I don't know if anybody notices, but there's a little wanted poster for Azure. I do know who would put the wanted poster up there. Anyway, this is where you get a little sucker punch of emotion right here. I was like, this is getting a little corny, I think, because my god, bro, why me? When I was doing this, I was like, it'll be worth it. I wasn't really a fan of making it all that emotional. I wanted it to get serious. But then I had the idea of saying today was not our day, and that's okay, because yeah, this happens to pretty much everybody in their lives, you know. There's a one bad day. There's probably somebody in your life that has said you're one bad day away from doing something you regret. And I think it can go two ways. You can have a bad day and then everything in your life will go sideways. Or you can have a bad day and the next day you will feel, oh my god, he was right. My day went so well. So yeah, I think I'm kind of glad this worked out, but I'm also kind of like, they didn't need to cry. And I just wasn't sure on how to bring Ash. I really wasn't sure how to bring him into this or change his design. I will describe him. He's basically gray. His whole skin is gray. His shirt is gray. His pants are gray. His shoes are gray, like he's a sad man. So I thought it would be best to just leave him off screen. What is it? The fact that he was happy to help? Yeah, that's one step to changing the character. Oh, I should say this. Berdy's hair was really hard to figure out because before his hairline would look like as if it's going two different ways. You know, like the back was all shaved off and the front was full of hair. No, like you could see the actual bald back side of his head. You know, I was like, oh, I messed up. So I had to redo every single page just to fix his hair. Oh my gosh, the inconsistencies were starting to build. Well, they weren't building up, they were just everywhere. You know, but at the same time, if you keep them the same design, you know, circle head, squarish body, square kind of arms, and puffy hair, you'll be able to recognize them. Yeah, that's the key to making these guys. I will say the ending was a little rushed. When it reached the 22 pages, I was like, oh, come on. You know, I thought I was going to make it short, but no, it was getting longer. Because of the side plot of Doleon and Sid. Yeah, it was just getting long. So I needed to figure out how to end it. I knew exactly how to end it. I was getting so excited when I knew how to end it. It was this dialogue coming from this guy. I will say, all he does is watches. That's it. And man, this whole prelude, I have so much to talk about. This is basically the son of God, and God does exist. I think having other gods on the earth would be pretty interesting, like devils, angels, demons. Anyway, this is the son of God, and all he does is watches. If something goes wrong, then he reports it to God. There's more than him. And this one, he's so funny, but he's not that funny. He's pretty serious and very angry sometimes. This used to be a human being, but then he was chosen for a pretty sad purpose that just makes him so mad every day that he wishes somebody else would do it for him. He's a god of death, where basically when somebody passes away, he's supposed to be their guide over something tragic or just unexpected. Or if they don't pass away, then he will have to do it himself, you know. Even if it's a good person or a bad person, he has to do it. Yeah, he has to send them to their graves and send them either to heaven or hell. So it's like every day he would get mad. He was like, why me? And there's even the symbol on his chest, which is supposed to be the symbol of Christ, for Jesus. I will say that he basically created the blade for a reason. He basically created the blade so that way he can have some...
Now, you mustn't spoil my ultimate surprise. Anyway, I'm getting tired and old for this stupid shit.
I did include Jacksepticeye, Newgrounds, and Markiplier just for the fun of it. Oh yeah, and Sense too, and Benny the Wolf. Benny the Wolf? I just put him in there because I didn't really like the design, but I was like, why not put him in there? And he's pretty adorable. I just do not like his colors. I'm sorry. I gotta change it up. I will say what my favorite panel was so far. This one was tough with the outcome. I really liked it. I kind of like this one. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I like this one too because I put the because of the background. Yeah. But overall, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, if you want to read it, go read it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Goodbye and enjoy y'all's days or nights. And yeah, that's about it.